Every LLC has to have a registered agent in the state where it's formed. And the choice between serving yourself and paying a service is the first real privacy and logistics call in the formation sequence. The function of the registered agent is narrow but important. Receive service of process, which is the formal delivery of lawsuits, subpoenas, and official state correspondence on behalf of the LLC. Whoever sits in that role has to be reachable at a physical address during business hours. There are only two options, and the trade-offs are concrete. Every LLC needs one. That requirement is non-negotiable across all 50 states. The agent's job is to be the official recipient when something legal arrives. Service of process is the technical name. A process server walks up to that address and hands a document to a real human who can sign for it. State correspondence routes through the same address. The two options on the table are serving as your own agent or paying a commercial service. Pick one before you submit the formation filing because the articles ask for the agent name and address as a required field. Serving as your own registered agent has three hard requirements. You have to be a resident of the state where the LLC is formed. You have to have a physical street address in that state. P.O. boxes don't satisfy the requirement, and a UPS store box doesn't either. You have to be available during normal business hours, in person at that address, to receive documents from a process server who shows up unannounced. The other thing serving as your own agent does is publish your name and address in the Secretary of State database. Public record, searchable, indexed by people who scrape state filings for marketing lists. For home-based coaches, the public address question is the real decision. Self-agent means your home address is in a publicly searchable state database, the same database that data brokers and process server clearinghouses pull from. For most people, that isn't a security threat. For some, anyone with a history of stalking, anyone in a custody situation, anyone whose prior career is the subject of public hostility, it's a real privacy consideration. The other practical problem is mobility. If you travel regularly or you're planning to move states within the next year or two, self-agent creates logistics issues each time the address changes. The state record has to be updated promptly, or legal notices miss you. Commercial service is the second option, and the trade-offs become clear in a 4-row comparison. Cost: self is free. The service runs $100 to $300 a year. Privacy: self exposes your home address publicly. The service's address is what becomes public. Availability: self means you personally have to be there during business hours. The service receives on your behalf. Continuity: self ties your filing to one address. The service maintains continuity through moves and travel. The dollar number on the service line is small compared to the dollar friction of any of the other 3 rows going badly. What you're paying the service for is more than just a different address on the public record. A commercial registered agent maintains a stable address in state records that doesn't change when you do. They receive legal documents and scan them to a digital portal within hours, so you see anything served on the LLC the same day. They handle the address change paperwork if they need to move offices, which preserves your good standing without you having to file anything. Don't confuse the registered agent annual fee with a full LLC formation package. Those packages bundle $100 of agent service with $500 of formation help, and you don't need the formation help when the state's portal does the same job for the state fee. The decision lands on one question, and the answer is usually predictable. Does home address privacy matter to you, Or do you travel enough that being available during business hours every business day is a real constraint? If yes to either, the commercial service is the right call, and the $150 annual cost is small insurance. If you're comfortable with your home address on the public record, you're rooted in the state, and you're going to be at the home office during business hours anyway, self-agent works fine and saves the annual fee. Most home-based coaches I've talked to land on the service for the privacy reason alone and don't regret it. Decide between self and service before you advance to the operating agreement video. If you're going self-agent, the address you'll enter into the articles is your own. Confirm it's a physical street address in the state of formation. If you're paying for a service, pick one, sign up, get the address from them, and have it in front of you when you fill out the articles. This decision blocks the formation filing. The articles ask for the registered agent name and address as a required field, and you can't submit without it. Most coaches end up at service. Make the call, then move on.